Welcome to the hot seat.
Hey everyone, welcome to Hot Seat, where the questions are hot.
And we're trying our best. We're here today with Julie. Thank you so much for joining the show.
Anytime.
We're happy to have you. And the goal today, Julie, the rules are we cannot talk about work at all. That's completely off the table. What we're here to talk about is we're here to talk about you. And we're here to get to know you, to get to know the ins and outs. We've got a nosy audience, and they want to get to know you, okay? They want to get to know you well, awkwardly, maybe on some levels. And so the first thing that our nosy audience always likes to know is tell us about your family. Family you grew up in, tell us about your parents, siblings, give us the rundown.
Okay, well, I grew up with a mom, a dad, and two half-brothers. We moved all over the country. I lived in 8 different states.
Wow.
And that was because my dad worked for a company that built power plants and prisons and hospitals. And when they would
Those
finish...
sound like 3 very different things.
They are very different
But
things,
they're
but they have
big.
the same
Yeah.
footprint. And he
Yeah,
was
yeah.
in the
Interesting.
plumbers and pipe fitters engineering department. So that's what he did. So we moved
Wow.
around a lot. I went to a bunch of different schools.
I didn't know this about you, Julie.
Yeah.
How long roughly would you be, because I'm assuming you'd be in one spot while that project's
Yeah, it's about
happening.
2.5 years on average, not very long. But I learned to sit back, kind of get the lay of the land, see which group I wanted to kind of get to know, which ones it wasn't a good idea to get to know.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Where was your favorite place you lived as a kid growing up?
This is going to be a weird opinion, but I really loved Ohio. Seems very milquetoast, but I loved it.
What did you like about it?
It was probably just my friend groups there. Yeah.
I mean, friends make the place, right? We all live in the desert.
Yeah.
Because of the people.
Because of the people, because of HDC and the people, for
That's
sure.
not why I'm here. I love it here.
Oh, okay. Good for you. Okay, tell us about your family now.
I have a husband I've been married to, my husband Monty, for 39 years this August.
Wow.
We have 3 kids. Ryan has just turned 37. Nikki is 31. And Logan is 28.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
And
I have
granddaughters.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the most important part. I have 4 granddaughters. Nikki has 2 daughters with her husband Jake. And my son Ryan and his wife Tara and I have 2 daughters as well. So they are for sure the best thing in my life.
They're so wonderful.
That is
Also
so
cute.
fun. Yeah. Life is very full. Do you have any big plans for 40 for you and Monty? That's like that's a
No,
big
for
number.
39 actually. We're going to go to Hawaii this year. Yeah, we just booked it.
Celebrate 40 early,
Yeah.
make it
We
big.
didn't do 25.
Okay.
We didn't
So
do
they're really
30.
just celebrating 25 and 30 late, and then they can go big again for 40.
Ah, that's good.
I like that idea. Good thinking, Alea.
That's good. Yeah.
This is why we work so well together.
Yeah.
Give and take.
Yeah, just have a good thing going.
You do. Okay, Julie, tell us about your hobbies. What do you like to do for fun when you're not at work? I know being with your family, being with your granddaughters is a lot of fun, but even outside of that.
That seems to take up a lot of my time because I travel to one or the other grandkids pretty frequently.
Yeah.
When I'm off, but I like to watch true crime a little bit, listen to podcasts. I listen to podcasts a ton, all different types of podcasts. I do puzzles, which is really weird and
No,
boring.
not at all. Good
but
for your brain, too.
I guess. We'll see.
It is. I struggle. I already can't do puzzles, so.
The middle of our sisters, she loves puzzles.
Oh, yeah?
Always puzzling. Yeah.
Yeah.
Avid puzzler.
I don't do it very often because it's like a lot of...
Well,
It
once you
takes
commit.
up space.
Yeah, it's an
you know,
investment.
But you got to finish it.
You
so
do.
maybe
It's an
like
investment.
once every other month or so.
Yeah.
But
Once you commit, it gets a little compulsive. You're like, I
true.
should like
You
just
gotta
sit down.
finish
I gotta
it.
finish
You
it.
can't let it
know?
go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So true.
And
Okay, I
it's
love
like,
it.
am I driving the puzzle or is the puzzle driving me? Like, what's happening?
What kind of puzzles do you do? What kinds of scenes?
I like the easy ones that are like segmented.
Oh,
Like have kind of a logical,
no, that makes sense.
yeah.
Yeah. Julie, this is a fun fact for all of you. Great with numbers. Has like a very strategic, mathematical, when you say logical, totally. That's how her brain works.
Went to school for accounting, not anything having to do with children, but
Here we are.
Here you are.
here we are.
This brings us to our next question. I wonder how we phrased it for Julie. Let's see. Okay.
Oh, I've got it.
Oh, go ahead.
Describe, this is as close as we get to talking about your job.
Okay.
This is the closest we'll get. Describe your job here at the church as a ride at Disneyland.
Well, Small World comes to mind because, I oversee birth through first grade. They're all kind of small. I am taller than every single child in my care, which is amazing.
It's a unique experience for you.
It is a unique. Thank you very much.
He pulls no punches. He really does not.
It's hot seat.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm used to it. It can be any, like Mr. Toad's Wild Ride also comes to mind because last week I got headbutted and kicked, and I chased a kid at one point.
Yeah.
You just never know what's going to happen.
That's a wild ride indeed.
It is a wild ride, but it's so fun. Like one minute you can be chasing a kid because they are trying to get away, and in the next minute you're watching a group like worship or pray, and those little guys praying, their prayers are so sweet, and it just melts my heart. I love it.
Yeah, they're the best. It is fun to get to see those little
You know.
moments.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm living it right now.
Hezzy is always, every week, telling Jackson what he learned at church. What did he tell you this week?
He told me, I was putting him in the car, Julie. I'm putting him in the car. He said, Jesus is the way.
Ooh, yeah, we did an arrow.
That's pretty good, dude.
That is good.
He says it unprompted. I don't even say like, what did you learn in class? He just randomly will tell me sometime on Sunday. He'll tell me what he learned.
I love that so much.
But if I ask him, I can't get it out of him.
What did you
He's
learn
like,
at church today?
Yeah. So it's like, we're not there yet. But when he prays, he whispers everything.
And he just says amen, and he looks around at everyone.
But God knows that's who he's praying to. So
that's what
there
counts.
you go.
And he loves to pray with the whole family, lead the prayer, but none of us can hear
knows.
He just, and you're like, okay, he's
I like that though, Mr. Toad's Wild Ride.
Yeah.
That
hopefully
tracks
without the,
trip to hell.
ending in hell.
I actually forgot all about that. I haven't been on that ride in a while. Minus that. In fact, we get off halfway.
That ride is crazy when you think about it. Because he goes to jail for drunk driving.
Right.
Drives drunk again.
Into a train.
Goes to hell.
And it's like, and ride's
then
over.
It's like
See ya.
Disneyland, Like that's just like somehow appropriate for Disneyland.
How did I never pick up on that? I just noticed it went.
Well, it's just because it's such a fun little wacky ride, and then the judge is like, "Go to jail," and then he's like driving into a train.
Oh, wow.
You always wonder, how do you go from jail? How do you get out?
Don't know. I guess we'd have to watch the movie. I'm assuming there's a movie.
Or books.
Yeah.
You never know.
But it's like Pinocchio too. Pinocchio's like pretty dark.
It is. I do remember that one being dark. Yeah.
Well, because you've got like a guy who like kidnaps young boys and takes
Smokes
them to
cigars.
this island, and it's kind of gross, like when you think about it. But it's
a lot of old Disney is pretty dark.
Yeah, but you like don't think about it because it's Disney,
not until you go to show your own kids when they're like 2, and you're like,
and then you're thinking, whoa, what is this ride? What are we doing here? So yeah, it gets a little crazy.
Okay, next question for you, Julie. Oh, this is a good one. Alternate universe. You're on death row. What crime did you commit to get there?
I'm pretty law-abiding in general, but I used to
alternate
speed.
universe. Julie's a different Julie.
I'm not sure what I would have done. Like I used to speed a lot, but I don't do that anymore. Like I thought that was just kind of a suggestion, not a law. A couple accidents taught me that wasn't a good idea. So
we can go with
speeding. That's how most
speeding.
people in our desert feel, though.
I think so. Yeah, that's why I don't anymore.
Yeah.
You got to be really aware out there.
Yeah.
I drove Jackson to work yesterday. The craziest things happened. There was a lady that cut me off. I was already merged. Do you remember that?
Yeah. Oh, I do.
And then a guy crossed the street, and I almost killed him. I had to
But he stopped to wait.
For me to get closer.
They generally do. He's waiting for Leah to pass, and then he just decided, I'm just gonna go. And it was and he was walking slowly.
Very
so it
slow.
We are gonna hit you. So Aaliyah fortunately slammed on the brakes.
That was scary. Okay, this was the second part of my question. So you're on death row. You were speeding to get on death row. In this alternate universe, that's worthy of, What would your last meal be?
I'm a big farm-to-table girl. Anything fresh, like a good steak that was grass-fed and finished with some fresh veggies on the side, some strawberries and watermelon.
Wow. I like this.
Does that sound good?
Grumbling.
That does sound good.
It is
really
almost
good.
lunchtime. So.
It doesn't sound, though, like a typical death row dinner. I think this would be a unique request for them.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Why?
it's like, well,
What
sometimes
is-
it's like, I want a Happy Meal, or you know, like there's just like different odd requests that people make. You know?
That's true.
I feel like right before you die, people aren't like, give me something like hearty and healthy. You know, they're like,
I mean, if you had been in prison, you probably wouldn't be getting anything fresh. So
Yeah.
it probably would be really
Yeah.
wonderful.
I do follow a girl on Instagram right now who was in prison for 5 years, federal prison, and she talks about that a lot, which, you know, maybe
The
that's
food,
why
the
the farm
quality of
fresh
the
came to
food.
mind. I don't
Yeah.
know. Just that it's, there's nothing fresh, so.
yeah, that would be brutal.
That would be brutal.
Yeah.
Okay, next question. What's the worst vacation you've ever been on?
Hopefully not the upcoming Hawaii one.
That's going to be the best.
It's gonna be awesome. Yeah. We have some friends that they're actually the couple that introduced my husband and I on a blind date.
Wow.
That's cool.
And we went on vacation with them twice. Those were probably the worst vacations I've ever been on. So, I mean, we love the couple. They're great. But there's a couple things. So one of them, we drove hours from Fresno to LA. We were out here visiting from Kentucky. So we didn't even live here
Didn't
yet.
live in California yet.
Didn't live here yet. We were visiting them. And we drove to Universal Studios. We were going to go to Universal Studios. We get out. She sees the prices. The mom sees the prices on the marquee. She's like, I'm not doing this. So we have to get back in the car and leave. That
Wow.
was a really big disappointment for me because, I mean, it's Southern California. Everything's expensive. And then we went to the Grand Canyon with them. And that was just a really long drive with, at that time, she had 2 kids and we had 2 kids. And they were all under like 7 or so. And then we get there and we get out and Nikki, my daughter, who's 31 now, she took one look at it and she goes, "Is this all it is?" And she starts bawling. And then nobody really wanted to do anything. So I'd say those are my 2 worst vacations.
I'm still stuck on the Universal Studios thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you guys have kids at the time?
We had one and she had one. So our kids were little. Like Ryan was maybe 1.5, not
That's
even.
just crazy to me. So when did you guys move to California?
We moved here in 1989.
So what were your kids' ages at the time?
Just Ryan. I
Just
only had
Ryan.
Ryan. He was
Okay.
1.5. Yeah.
Wow.
When we were out here visiting our friends, my husband interviewed for a job, and that's how.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how we got out here.
That's wild. I just can't imagine. I mean, I guess different time. You know, you couldn't look up the prices in advance, I guess.
You
but
could, yeah. You were at the mercy of like phone calls back then.
Yeah.
Doesn't that seem weird to you guys?
It definitely does.
Yeah.
But still, I can't imagine like we've decided we're going to go.
Yeah.
And then no, we're not going to go.
I
last
will.
minute.
I will point out that this particular couple is very wealthy now. So
Wouldn't,
I will
wouldn't have been
say-
an issue now.
No, I will say though, that's a backbone and like lack of people pleasing.
That's
Because
true.
I could never.
Yeah.
If we had friends that came to visit us and I was like, oh, this is way too much, I still would be like, well,
We're doing it
here.
we
anyway.
committed to do it.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I will say that I'm looking for a positive here. That's some backbone at
It's
least.
pretty impressive. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, you can ask our next question
Okay.
if you have one.
My next question is, what's your craziest ministry story? You talked about this being kind of like Mr. Toad's Wild Ride sometimes, which as we've talked about it, Mr. Toad's Wild Ride truly is.
Yeah,
very,
now I feel
quite
really
wild.
bad. I feel really bad about saying that. Can I do a redo? Maybe Small World, just sweet and
That's how you started.
and
We'll
annoying.
stick with
Sweet and
Small
annoying.
World.
Sweet and annoying.
Sweet and annoying.
But like when you think about kind of your time in ministry, what's
Yeah.
a story that stands out as like that was nuts?
Well, I would have to say it's not about the kids. Like everything with the kids there's been some stuff for sure over the years, but the story that sticks out to me would be we took our team to my coordinator team. This would have been 10, 15, probably 15 or 20 years ago. We took them to San Diego for a conference, and I used to have a prankster side. I don't so much anymore, right? You'll vouch for me? I really don't so much
Julie,
anymore.
please don't prank
Just
me.
a little bit.
If
not
Julie
so much.
asks me to be involved in a prank, I get so nervous. What was the one we tried to do on Debbie? You were trying to do a scary mask, and you're like, go in Debbie's office and film. But Debbie was in there.
yeah.
And so I'm sitting
scary
on the
mask.
couch with her, and I'm like, talking to her, waiting for Julie to come. I was so nervous.
Yeah, you're definitely not a good prank partners.
I'm not.
No.
It's not in the
We're
blood
good partners
for
in
Leah.
other things, but not in pranks.
We are, yeah.
Okay, so you have a prankster side.
So I do. I used to have a prankster side, and we had to take 2 cars because there were so many of us. We stopped to get gas on the way back up to the desert from this conference. We had had a great time filled with just team bonding and learning at the conference and good meals and the whole bit. We went to the beach, the whole bit. We're on our way back. We stopped to get gas. My friend Stacy is driving. She was the K1 director at the time. She was driving her big car. I sneak over to the back after she's done, and I put signs all over her car that say, honk if you love wild Christian women, wave if you love wild Christian women. So I put signs all over her car, and we're driving back up, and we intentionally stay behind them to watch this play out. And everybody in the car is like, what's going on? Everybody's honking at them and waving. So, I mean, you had to be there sort of, but that was probably our most
That's hilarious.
fun time, yeah.
That is great.
The team dynamics were great. So.
Yeah, that is so fun. I love that. And I love to know that you have a prankster side.
Are you a
Used to.
prankster,
Used to.
Jackson?
Used to. But we really need to get Mikey because Mikey keeps getting me.
Yes.
What's he
So,
doing? What's he been
please.
doing?
He just scares me. I was at
I
Costco one
hate
day. He
being
came up
scared.
behind me and scared the stuff out of me.
Yeah.
And then he did it. He does it at church all the time. So we gotta come
What
up with
he's
something.
doing is he's preying upon the fact that you used to have a prankster side, and he's calling you out of
Yeah.
retirement. Is what he's doing.
Yeah, and the jumpiness could be from the true crime thing too. I
That
don't
could
know.
be
So true.
that
It's
could
all
contribute
interconnected.
there. Yeah,
I'm extremely jumpy. You don't have to do anything. You just walk up to me and
that's true.
I hope Mikey doesn't see this because
The other day I was brushing my teeth in our bathroom. I walked into our room, my husband's just in bed, and I was like, ah! We were going to bed.
Right where he should be.
Yeah. He was like, what? He wasn't scaring me, he was just sitting there. Yeah, he doesn't like that so much. Okay, what is something that everyone else hates that you secretly like?
Mr. Toad's wild. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Oh, this is going to be a really unpopular opinion.
That's what we
That's
like on
perfect.
Hot Seat.
Okay, so
We call this a Hot Seat Hot Take.
let me clarify. I don't love this thing. I did not love this thing, but so COVID, the pandemic, I did not love it, but for like a week or two, I was so excited because everything stopped. And at that time, I was going, 150 miles an hour, just
Yeah.
caring for my grandkids on my days off and working a lot and just being involved in lots of ministries, lots of stuff going on. Like it just seemed like it had gotten out of control.
Yeah.
And when the pandemic hit, I was at my daughter's for a birthday party for one of my granddaughters up in Atascadero. And that was when they said they were going to do the shelter in place thing. So it was very weird driving home by myself. And it was, it's a little weird. You're
Yeah,
not
you
sure
don't know what
how
to
it's going to play
expect,
out or
how it's
whatever.
gonna go, totally.
But dang, I got to sleep. I got to rest. Nobody expected anything from me for like a week or two. And then I was over it and I was ready to get back into life. But it did teach me to put some boundaries in place. Like, you don't have to be busy 100% of the time.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
That's a great Hot Seat Hot Take. I love that.
It is. Honestly, the first 2 weeks of the pandemic were underrated. Nobody looks back on those with any respect.
you.
But those were.
Thank you.
That
I
was
will
kinda
say
like,
it depends on your life stage. I had to come home from college.
Yeah.
I was not thrilled.
But there was kind of like whoa, this is kind of like, it's kind of exciting, even though it's like a little scary, but it's also like, it's all unknown, So it's
Yeah.
like, this is interesting.
Yeah,
and it also
interesting,
feels
right.
like we're living through a piece of history right now. But then also, I get to hit the pause button on like
Yeah.
everything in life, which I think we're all very busy. So it's like, you can kind of use that.
I'd be lying if I hadn't said like, I'd be down for another little break.
just
I
a
don't want
2
people
week,
to,
just
I don't
a
want
2
people
week
to get
stint.
sick and die, but
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, it can be so hard to put the brakes on yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
So.
nice when it's literally society-wide. Maybe that's why the Jewish Sabbath made so much sense.
So true. Okay, what true crime story has freaked you out the most, like stayed with you?
probably because of how old I was when I heard it, but the Manson family thing, I don't even know if you guys even know much about that at all, but yeah, he was a creepy dude and he did a lot of bad stuff. and he got a lot of airtime on TV. Again, back when you only had 3 channels, and you know,
you were limited.
It was different. You were limited. The news would be playing while your parents were watching it, and yeah, he was weird. I don't know why I felt at risk at all, because it was out here in California, and at that time I lived in the Midwest. But yeah,
my parents say the Night Stalker was freaky.
Oh, because they lived out here.
Because they lived out here when that was all happening, and it was kind of like moving around lots of Southern California. Like it wasn't like consistent always in like so that was like, what's gonna, you know,
where's he gonna go?
Is he gonna come here? You know, so they like felt genuinely at risk at times, which is kind of wild. Give me this hot take here, Julie. Do you think there really could be a successful serial killer today, or do you think that's just impossibly hard?
Define successful.
Well, as far as like running, you know, into the double digits of murders or whatever, I just feel like you're going to get caught at this point.
No, I absolutely think there could be.
You think there could be?
Absolutely. I listen to a lot of things.
They trip themselves up at a certain point because they want the notoriety.
Yeah. It just feels,
right?
It feels so hard
they want to be recognized at a certain point.
I think that's kind of the typical MO, but I don't know. I think there's some people who kind of fly under the radar, and they just really do it for maybe that's just the show. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I just feel like a lot of these, like when we go back to kind of like the historic ones, a lot of them center around like DNA evidence wasn't like possible at the time.
That's
and
true.
Like fingerprinting was kind of shoddy. It's like those are like pristine no matter where you go now. Like we've got DNA evidence, we've got fingerprinting. So that just makes me think it's gonna get pretty hard for you to get away with this consistently, you know? But
sounds like you've put some thought into this, Jackson.
I'm just saying.
Like to like
No, I'm not thinking about it as a career path or anything like that. I'm just thinking it just feels like what I'm curious about, because we have this fascination with the old, you know, the old stories. I'm curious if that's kind of something that will get like time-stamped almost. Like that was an era when like you could have,
I think true crime will always be a thing.
Yeah.
Because
I just feel
let's hope that the ones that get, like you said, double digits, let's hope that that's over.
I feel like true crime in the nature of something nuts happens that we're like looking to explain and stuff like that, that's going to keep happening. But like the consistent, like somebody keeps getting away with it, I just feel like that's going to get harder.
you know,
It's got to be, right?
we can only hope.
What's something, Julie, like kind of when I get on a, you know, when I go on a Criminal Minds run or something like that, I start getting a little irrational. What's something irrational you've done because of true crime that you've listened to?
Something irrational?
Yeah.
I've slept with my bedroom door locked. I mean, it's like this, you know, you use a butter knife and you can unlock it. And then I push my little desk chair in front of I jam it under the lock. Monty got up my husband got up one morning, he was like, he tripped over it trying to get out of the bedroom.
Like, sorry.
It's like, oh, this is really going to save us. It's a little chair and a flimsy little lock.
That's awesome. Yeah. I can totally relate to that. It's like, I'm not scared of the dark until I am.
Oh, I'm fully scared of the dark.
All the time?
Most of the time. Neither of them are surprised.
That tracks.
She didn't tell you this. Maybe she did. She probably did. I don't know. Back we went to a conference, or we went to help another church, Jeremy Pete's church up in not Grover Beach. Where were we? Anyway, we were up there where there was a killer. And I made us drive by his house. Did she tell you
that? Where they had the body. And they still, his parents still live there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. His dad was outside the garage. Yeah.
And I'm like,
Dad
don't
was
look,
involved.
don't look.
Wow.
Yeah. Kristen Smart.
Okay.
She was a Cal Poly student back in the day. That was, It was a podcast I was listening to.
We listened to the she's leaving out parts of the story. We listened to the podcast on the way up as the sun was setting. It was me, Erica, Debbie, and Julie.
Yeah, this is terrible for you.
And I was getting scared.
Yeah.
And we have to drive by the house, and I'm like, oh. Scary.
And I was like, look. And Aaliyah's like, oh my gosh. It was so fun.
That's pretty cool, though, to be able to see the house. Like, you're listening to the podcast right there.
And they thought the body was there at one time. They dug up the backyard. They still haven't found her. So,
wow.
I mean, that's very sad. We shouldn't be laughing. It is awful. But it was kind of an exciting moment.
Depends who you ask.
When did your true crime fascination start?
Not until I got a little bit older, I think, because
like kids
when
out
you're
of the
a
house,
younger woman, like statistically, you're the one that's going down in these things.
Yeah.
But now as an
Aaliyah,
older woman,
you have right reason to be scared.
Yeah.
If anything, your fear
finally,
should be
I feel
amplified.
understood.
So it was once you were out of the statistical
Out of the
category?
statistical category, I was like, I'm safe now. I can watch this stuff. It doesn't really freak me out as much.
That's
so.
hilarious.
I
You
mean-
really are a numbers person.
I
You're like,
am.
I'm not in the
It's
I'm
true.
not in the statistic anymore.
Our mom
It's
listens to Dateline to fall asleep at night
Yeah.
in her ears.
Yeah.
So
She was my introduction to anything crime related, CSIs and stuff like that. She didn't watch Criminal Minds, but CSIs were like. those
well,
were
and
big
it's really
ones.
more Dateline.
And
Like she
Dateline.
likes the true
Yeah.
crime.
Yeah, yeah. Dateline's the one that's
do a
like
good
really
job of it.
stuck. Yeah. It's fun. I don't know what it is about it.
I
that
can't
draws
watch
us in,
anything. Well,
you
we
know?
like stories. We like human stories, and something about. I think there's something that makes us feel safe to watch what's going on with other people. It makes us feel protected. Like I'm aware of what's going on.
You're more aware.
I'm not going to
I
get
don't know if I feel
tricked.
protected watching it, but it gives you a little bit more realistic outlook. Like, be aware.
Yeah.
Be aware of your situation.
Yeah.
Specifically, if you're a young woman.
I try, you guys. I try to be aware.
Might want to try the door thing.
True.
You know.
I'm like, Joe, get a chair.
Yes.
So the last part of that I didn't finish. I have a basket that has rocks in it. I used to have a tree in it, but I gave it to Aaliyah a long time ago, but the basket's still sitting there in the corner of my room. I take that and put it on top of the chair, for added weight
Yeah.
to keep the door from
Yeah,
crashing open.
just in case.
So, just in case.
That's good. I love it. That's so good. It's so funny that we love this, but then it also like haunts us a little
Scares
bit
us.
when we, yeah.
I think that's what we like to be scared when we feel safe.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Fascinating. Okay, I got another one for you. What would you say? We've talked about you have moved here, kind of. You moved here with Monty, with Ryan. What was life like as a family? Where were you prior to that?
Kentucky.
Kentucky.
Small
What was
town.
life like as a family in Kentucky? What were you guys doing out there?
My husband was working. I was working for a college textbook company until I had Ryan. The day before I had Ryan, I was working there on Monday, had him on Tuesday. Then I decided to be a stay-at-home mom. I didn't think I was going to do that, but I stayed home with him for a while, a couple years. But let's see. I mean, pretty typical. We had Kentucky Lake there, so we used to go to the lake a lot. We used to hike around the lake.
That's fun.
It's the biggest man-made lake in the country. It's pretty. I don't know, it's kind of boring. We didn't have a beach. We didn't have mountains. We moved out here. We thought this was the greatest thing. There's so much to do.
I was
Yeah.
going to ask, what's the biggest culture shock when you came to California?
Money. We were paying $250 a month for a 2-bedroom, nice little duplex.
Wow.
Really nice with land. And then we came out here and we had to, and now this is 1989. I know this is going to sound like nothing to you guys, but we paid $480 for our first apartment in Hesperia.
Wow.
And the SWAT team was there regularly. So
Like,
that was a big cultural shock for sure, because
That's
it was
wild.
very safe, or it felt very safe where we were.
and you mentioned you and Monty met on a blind date.
We did.
This is what I remember. I wanted to circle back to that.
Yeah.
What was that like? How many people meet their spouse on a blind date? What was your first impression of Monty?
I don't know the statistics of that. I don't know. It's funny because I worked with the wife of this couple that we went on vacation with, and my husband worked with the husband, and they had the idea to get us together.
So they were just talking. They were like, "Man, these guys,
Yeah.
they'd be good together."
I guess.
Yeah.
So we were both working at a store. I was a college student. My husband was a manager for the store, but it was 2 stores across town from each other. And I said, you have to bring him in first, and I'm going to go up in the security booth, and I want to see what he looks like first. I know that's awful.
No.
But they brought him in. I checked him out, and I was like, okay, I'll go.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So he passed the security camp.
He passed the security test. Yep.
Wow. And who would have thought that led you all the way here?
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
That's pretty cool. Crazy how just a encounter like that can change the trajectory of your life.
Yeah.
That's wild.
I was 19 and he was 24 too. So
Yeah.
Scandal.
That's why you had every right to be behind.
Were
the
you guys in
security camera.
Kentucky when you met? Is that where you
Yeah.
met? Okay.
Wow, that's so cool. And what was Monty's job that led him out here?
he was a manager, a retail manager for a store there, but his friend, so the friends that introduced us, stayed there in Kentucky for a while, and then he ended up getting a job with, do you remember Payless Drugs? You might not remember, Thrifty, all that. Got a job as a manager for them and said, hey, I think you'd like this. So he brought him out here for So not only did they get us together, not only did we have bad vacations with them, they also got him his job that he had for 30 years. So
instrumental
Yeah.
in many parts of
Yeah.
your guys' life. Wow.
wild.
When did you know that you wanted to like do a job working with kids?
when I had kids, it was like, I still am very drawn to numbers and order and logic, but I was so passionate about kids and families knowing how to serve God, to love God, to follow God, to have a family that just surrendered to God, I guess. Yeah. I'm not saying that well, but what am I trying to say? I was just really passionate about families knowing how to follow Jesus.
Yeah.
What was the year your family came to HDC?
We first came here in '89. We moved here in October. We came once in October of '89. We were in the gym. It was a very different. Tom wore a tie and a suit. It was very different.
Still had hair.
He still had, not a lot, but he still had hair.
Some hair.
Some hair. We liked it, but my son Ryan was 1.5 at the time, and he used to make himself throw up if I tried to drop him off anywhere.
Really?
Yep.
That's a power move right there.
Yeah.
Thankfully,
It is a power move.
it's not uncommon either. We see it still
I'm
sometimes.
sure.
But so he wouldn't stay, so we didn't come regularly until he got a little bit older. But yeah, we've been here since 1989.
Wow.
That's amazing.
That's really cool.
And you've been on staff since?
I started in the nursery as a volunteer in '93. No, I started with Awana in '93. And then I started in the nursery after that. I did Awana, and then I started in the nursery as a volunteer.
Is there something particular about like the littler side of kids that draws you specifically to them? Like, what is it like?
I think it's the sweetness and the just not blank slates. They're not blank slates, but they're very open to what you're teaching. Like, they learn so rapidly, they change so rapidly. You have such an opportunity to make an impact on them.
Totally.
And as they get a little bit older, I think it was always a little bit more intimidating. I did junior high 1 year, and I didn't mind. I loved my girls, but I just came back to this. So this is kind of my sweet spot, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, there's
Once
something
they
so
get up to me,
foundational.
Once I have them in preteen and elementary.
Hard as rocks.
Different story. Yeah, literally. Yeah,
we did childcare, and I run childcare birth through 6th grade, and we had a 6th grade girl one time who was so disrespectful to me, and I was telling Aaliyah about it, and I was telling her what this girl said to me. She goes, "Oh, that's not uncommon."
Yeah, it's like,
I was like, "Woo."
that sounds about right.
Like, that sounds like a normal weekend.
But to be fair, I'm not used to kids throwing themselves on the ground or going limp
Headbutting
noodle.
you. Yeah, limp noodle.
So
that happens.
We have our different things we're used to dealing with.
Or having to change them.
True.
Because they've had accidents.
I don't really have to deal with anything in that realm, so lucky me.
Yeah, if they have an accident, you've got a totally different story.
I'm like, I don't know why your kid is having accidents, but come get him.
They're mortified. That's so good. Do you have any other questions on your list?
Let me think. I have none more on my list. I'm trying to think if I have one final question we can ask Julie. What would you say your favorite restaurant is in the high desert? It doesn't have to be sit down. It can be of any kind.
I don't know. In-N-Out and Chipotle seem to be what I choose
So
a lot.
what's your order at In-N-Out?
Okay, you ready?
I'm ready.
Double meat, no cheese, no spread. Add ketchup, mustard, protein style, side of pickles.
Ah.
Cannot forget the side of pickles.
Why do you get the pickles on the side?
I don't know. You get more.
You do? They get like a cup.
Get more. You get like a little cup.
And then you put them on, though.
Yeah,
not
or like
eating them on
I
the side.
take a bite, yeah.
Okay, what's your Chipotle order?
I get the salad with carnitas, extra, no rice, no beans, extra peppers and onions, corn salsa, medium salsa, and that's it.
Corn
I am
salsa
hungry.
is so good.
Sounds delicious.
That's awesome.
You guys try Julie's orders. Let us know what you think. She likes to eat a lot of very fresh food, so I'm sure you'll feel great after you eat it. We go to In-N-Out together sometimes.
We do.
So that order sounds
get
very
protein
familiar.
style.
We both get protein style, but I do cheese. I do spread.
Yeah.
No
American
pickles.
cheese.
No tomato for me.
Are you like a no cheese ever kind of a person?
No, just not on my burgers.
Oh.
I like cheese.
Okay.
Who doesn't like cheese?
Yeah. I just didn't know. I didn't know if it was like a preference or like I literally can't do cheese.
I don't like American cheese very much, yeah.
Yeah, it's fair.
Makes
In-N-Out's
sense.
not going to give you an option.
They're not.
Yeah.
No Gruyere, no nothing.
What the heck, In-N-Out?
Yeah.
Get it together.
Hot seat request from Julie.
This is 2025. Get Gruyere at Gruyere. How do you say it? Gruyere.
Gruyere? I don't know.
Get it at In-N-Out.
Come on.
It's not that hard.
Come on.
Okay, well, this has been Hot Seat.
This
Julie,
has been Hot Seat.
Thank you for joining us. Thanks for sharing. And
And I bet everybody is so excited to know more about Julie than they knew before. So thank you for tuning
absolutely.
in.
You must be very bored.
No. Not boring at all.
No. They're on the edge of their seat ready to go watch a true crime movie with an In-N-Out protein-style burger with no cheese.
Let's see if you can remember. What else?
And maybe take
Add
a trip.
ketchup, add mustard.
Oh, I was going to say maybe take a trip on Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. I thought you were saying just of the conversation.
No, I was going to see if you could remember Julie's order. I'm going to try right now.
Okay.
Protein style, double meat, no cheese, no spread, both kinds of onions, add ketchup and mustard, pickles on the side.
Wow.
Good job.
Aaliyah's going to go get your order after this.
All right. She owes me.
Yes, I
That's
do.
All we have for this week, though. We're so thankful that you tuned in, and we'll keep interviewing different members of our staff. You'll get to know them much better than you did before, so stay tuned in. We'll catch you guys on the next one next week. That's it for Hot Seat.
Bye.